everyone! Oh, shh. Gotta be quiet. My neighbors are sleeping, and they're here. Obviously, because they live here. I'm sorry. Let me say, before we even get into this, okay, because I want to apologize to fucking everybody right now. Yesterday was Mackenzie's 21st birthday. For those of you who don't know, Mackenzie's my best friend. She's been my best friend for a very long time. Today, we went out and celebrated her birthday. So I may or may not, depending on whether YouTube wants to monetize this video or not, be drunk. I could be totally sober, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's up to YouTube. Whether I'm drunk or sober is up to whether YouTube wants it. This is so... I feel like I'm gonna look at this in the morning and be like, why am I doing this? I'm sorry. The reason I'm making this video is because recently I feel like a lot of my videos have just been like super serious and like just me sitting in front of a camera being like, gah, gah. So I was like, I just want to make like a fun video, and the #1 requested videos on this channel are my story time videos. I don't know why. I think I fucking made like 2. Holy shit, can we just like acknowledge how great my boobs look? I don't know what this outfit is. There's some spicy beef going on right now, and I want to talk about it in a story time because I don't actually want to call this person out because she's a totally fine person, totally normal. So I'm gonna totally change the story around to talk about something that's not her fault, but something that she just so happens to be doing, or I guess be a part of. But this is a story time basically on the most annoying thing, or one of the most annoying things that you see in the equine world that everybody in the equine world wishes would fucking stop, but it just never does. And this is a pet peeve of almost every serious equestrian out there, not the ones that just go to, you know, horse facilities and ride horses whenever they want to post about it on their Instagram accounts, or like once every fucking butt fucking Egypt amount of time. I don't even know if that's a saying or what I even just said made any fucking sense, but we're going with it. So this is gonna be like a drunk or sober, depending on YouTube's whatever they want to do with this video, equestrian story time on what equestrians hate about normal people who want to get into the horse world. Does that make sense? I don't think so. I think that was a really, really bad intro or title. It is so cold, but my boobs look so good, so I just like want to leave them out there, you know? Oh my god, I'm such a fucking idiot. I just realized I didn't even do the intro to this video. Let me say some things. I first off want to say that the new merch, the Equine Equality merch, is such fire. I worked so hard on it, but pick that up while you can, while it's still available. Thank you to everybody who's already purchased some, as well as the Notice My Boobs merch goes back in stock on Sunday at noon, which is Mountain Standard Time. So look for that if you want the boobs merch and you didn't fucking get any, you know what I mean? So let's get into it, because I have no idea what I've been talking about for the last like 10 minutes. So let's get into this story time. Now, like I said, stop looking at me. I'm close enough on my face. Basically, let's get into it. But I just want to talk about this because this is probably the biggest pet peeve of literally anybody in the equine world. Okay, so message from like equestrians to normal people or something right now. That's what I feel like I'm putting out there. Basically, in this story, this is so much better than a normal story time. I don't know why people enjoy story time videos. Like, unless the person is like off their ass and not sober, I don't think I could get through it. They're just not interesting otherwise. We're gonna start out by saying that this girl's name is Jasmine, okay? Jasmine has parents that just want her to have this, you know, fucking fairy tale of a life, an equestrian life. Same thing with almost every other parents out there, not to, you know, not to give names, but Bratayley, you know, major one. Parents that just want to give their child the world, want to give them this fantasy of like, you know, getting a baby horse and raising it and having this amazing fucking story, blah, blah, blah. And then having this, like, great relationship and having the horse be, like, some amazing jumper or some shit. They go to the Olympics. Holy shit, now they have, like, 6 gold medals. What? Who saw that coming? That, you know, that type of story that, like, so many fucking idiot parents out there, mostly rich ones that have a lot of money to blow, that just want to give their kids everything, want to give them, like, the fairy tale of, like, what you see in the movies of people who own horses and everything's just so perfect. And oh my god, Flicka, what? Let's name every black horse out there Flicka. So this girl, Jasmine, was that her name? Has 2 parents that get her this colt, okay? The colt grows up with her. They want her to have this fairy tale of training him herself and whatever. And basically, he becomes a stallion. For those of you who know, it's a horse that hasn't had his balls chopped off. They don't want to have him gelded. Who fucking knows why? A lot of people have these really weird beliefs about, like, having a stud or stallion gelded, and I just don't get it. What's the fuck? Like, why? Just geld them. Geldings are so much better anyway. Oh my god, people just keep dying. The sirens are so loud I can't even hear myself. And this is something that me as a trainer, I saw this literally all the time, and it was so obnoxious and so annoying, and so many other trainers have to deal with this as well. Why is this a thing? Why do parents just think that it's a great thing to get an inexperienced green child, green to intermediate, a horse that's completely unbroke that could literally kill them, when they're not prepared, they're not ready to train? Do you not fucking do parents out there not realize that you can't just put a kid in there with a horse and expect them to, like, snap their fingers and be, like, magically able to train this horse and break them in themselves, whatever? No, it all takes practice, and it takes, you know, education and stuff like that. Horse trainers don't just, like, randomly figure it out when they're 13 and their daddy gets them a 3-year-old thoroughbred colt. That's why everybody always says green and green makes black and blue. It's so fucking true. And everyone is saying it just to keep other people safe. We're not saying it to be dicks, okay? We're saying it because there's been so many kids that have fucking died by being on green horses, and they're extremely green themselves. And it more than likely happens whenever parents buy their kids a green horse, because they want this whole fantasy of training a horse theirself and, you know, growing with the horse and, you know, raising the horse and whatever. I can't remember what I was talking about. But basically, Jasmine had parents that got her a very green horse, and she was very green, and basically it was like this whole thing of, like, growing up with the horse and training the horse herself and whatever, and Jasmine did a really fucking shitty job of doing that. Okay, she has posted thousands of videos showcasing their so-called progress, and even to this day, the horse is just terrible. He's 4, she's basically ruined him, and she's still an equally shitty rider. Okay, this happens a lot. A lot of times when parents buy kids green horses, the kid either dies, gets seriously injured, or totally ruins the horse. It's one of the 3, okay? Or all of the 3. Like, what are you thinking, you know? It's just fucking crazy to me that so many parents would do that. Like, you're literally putting your child at risk. But anyway, basically, into the story, Jasmine got famous, or insta-famous, off of all of the falls and everything she's had with this horse, because she's recording the progress and whatever of, oh, my horse is going so far, you know, he's learned so much, look at how we've grown together and everything like that, and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's not true. Like, if anything, the horse is still so poorly trained that, like, at best, he's just tolerating her, and it will possibly throw her off at any moment, and she hasn't gotten any better as a rider from when she was originally riding him. So, like, overall, they're both still in the same place that they were in the beginning, and they're just very lucky that they haven't been seriously injured yet, or I guess she's very lucky. The horse, too, you know? Like, it's someone that stupid, I wouldn't want them on my back. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I guess this is, like, the most shitty story time you guys have ever seen. But basically, at the end of the day, the message is, if you are not a very experienced rider, or if you don't have professional trainers or mentors by your side along your journey with this horse that you get, excuse my dog, she's using a squeaky toy and it's like midnight, then you shouldn't get your child a green horse, okay? Green, and I would even say intermediate with green, makes black and blue. So please don't get your child a horse that's not trained. Please get your children experienced horses that they can have a good time on, learn on, and become better on, okay? Because then what happens is you get all these fucking horses out here that end up going to slaughter or put down because they're considered dangerous because people who are idiots ruin them. And I hate to say that in reference to, you know, young children, but it's true. Don't get a fucking horse that's green if you're green or intermediate, because you're just gonna ruin them, and it's really inconsiderate for the animal and you. Like, you're even doing yourself a disfavor by not getting on a more experienced animal that can teach you and help you grow as a rider before you start working with, you know, babies and bringing them up to gain even more skill. Green riders should stop buying green horses, and this mostly is a message for parents, okay? Don't listen to all that shit your children tell you about them wanting some fucking fairy tale, okay? Get them a unicorn t-shirt with a cat on it, like what I have, and just let them be happy alone in their room for hours. You know what I mean? I have no idea what this was. You know? But otherwise, subscribe. Hope this was entertaining. And I'm gonna go to bed because I don't know, man. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it mostly because I was staring at my boobs the whole time. But cool. Love you, all of you. I'll see you in my next video, okay? Bye.